window tax. Yes, we were taxed on windows at some point in our history. That point being 1696, the window tax came in. It was introduced by William III because of revenue lost by clipping coins, like silver money. They would shave a little bit off and make an ingot and hide it away and then have money. Took a while, but they got one. Which was a capital offence, no less. Shaving bits off coins, you could be put to death. But anyway, the window tax was repealed in 1851 because of the health effects of population. People finally realised it wasn't fit for purpose. Right, you see here, you've got two lots of windows. So you've got those windows and those windows. So you were taxed on windows if you had more than 10 windows. At this house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So they would have been taxed. I think it would work out to the equivalent of nearly a fiver for every window. But it was a bit more. That was only if you only had up to 7 windows. So obviously the more windows you have, the more tax you pay. What you've got to be wary of when you're looking at these things is sometimes the windows were blocked because we just didn't need a window, like that one across the street there. Sometimes they were blocked because of window tax. See, I'm not sure, but this is the best example I can find if this is a full-on Georgian block me windows up because I don't want to pay any money, because this is a big house. This was what was known as a big house. A rich merchant lived here. Because you'll see there, it's got a coach house next to it. So this would have its own coach and horses. And this is all one house. This is number 2. Don't know where number 1 is. Maybe they didn't have a number 1. So people took to blocking the windows up. And with blocking windows up, if you were a big merchant in a big house, blocking a couple of windows up didn't matter. But if you lived in tenements in the slums, blocking a window up did matter. See, these have all been made into flats now. There you go, there's one up there still. And this is quite a rich street. This is Rodney Street. This is where all our doctors and our lawyers and all that palaver is. See, there's a window up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's your 7 windows. They didn't want to pay more. So they blocked one off in the middle. Another one. 7 windows. They didn't want to pay more. This one here was alright to pay the fiver. He was okay. Again, this one here didn't want to pay 7 windows. So if you had 7 windows or less, you only had to pay a little bit. But if you had more, then you paid more. See, I don't know whether those ones across the road there are blocked out windows, or we don't need a window on the end of the street, if you understand what I mean. But I am erring towards they are blocked off windows because of the window tax. Because if you look at this end, this one's on the end of a street as well, and this has got two blocked off windows. So there's some good examples. But as I was saying, the the window tax, the legislation around it wasn't very clear. So yes, if you've got a big house with loads of windows, you'd pay more money. But if you lived in a tenement which only had one window and one tiny little vent for your larder, you got charged as a window for that larder. So although they were living in blocks of flats and they were separated into different dwellings, different houses, the landlord had to pay. So he would pass on that charge because it was one building, and the landlord would pass on that charge to the people he was renting the house to. And because there was no light and because there was no fresh air coming in, they started getting epidemics of cholera, smallpox, typhoid, which is why people started being really, really angry over this window tax. And it came to a head. They tried in 1850 and it failed. And they tried later on in 1851, and it finally went through and it was repealed. As I said earlier, in Sunderland was the major driving force around this. So there you go. There's my window tax. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you want some more content like this.